This diagram illustrates a strange biological phenomenon. Two identical timelines start together, but eventually one diverges, with biological age accelerating upward, leaving chronological age behind. This gap is driven by specific habits we repeat every single day. This internal acceleration broadcasts itself through observable, physical signals on the surface of your body, long before it becomes a medical issue. Try this quick test. Pinch the skin on the back of your hand, hold it for 2 seconds, and let go. If it snaps back immediately, that's a good sign. If it takes a moment to return to flat, you're seeing the surface signal of declining collagen. That structural protein holds your skin and joints together, and it naturally drops by roughly 1% a year after your mid-30s. You might also feel this decline in other ways. Maybe your joints are stiff when you wake up in the morning, or you experience a heavy energy crash every day around 3 p.m. These visible signs warn us that a biological engine is running too fast in the background. That engine of cellular damage is a process called glycation, which produces advanced glycation end products, or fittingly, AGEs. Think of your body's proteins as perfectly tuned instruments in an orchestra. When excess sugar in your bloodstream acts like a thick syrup, it bonds to those delicate proteins, gumming up the strings and freezing them in place. In a healthy system, insulin acts like a bouncer at the door of your cells, efficiently unlocking them so glucose can get inside and be burned as energy. But after decades of use, often after we turn 50, those cells become less sensitive to insulin. Glucose is locked out of the cells, trapping it in your bloodstream where it bonds with surrounding protein chains. These newly formed AGEs accumulate slowly in your skin and artery walls. This process causes the visible wrinkling and the physical stiffness we associate with aging. Insulin resistance is the driver that turns everyday blood sugar into a mechanism of accelerated tissue aging. The problem gets worse when we introduce stress. Whenever your stress hormone, cortisol, stays elevated from poor sleep or daily anxiety, it signals your liver to dump extra glucose into your bloodstream. This happens even if you haven't eaten a thing. Normally, your cells have a built-in recycling system called autophagy that clears out this damaged biological clutter, a discovery that earned Yoshinori Ohsumi the Nobel Prize. But chronically high insulin suppresses autophagy, forcing your vital cleanup process to shut down. We add fuel to this fire every morning. The catalyst is a category of food that dominates breakfast tables worldwide. Ultra-processed, high-glycemic carbs like sweetened cereals, flavored yogurts, and pastries. As this graph shows, your natural cortisol levels peak in the morning. When you eat high-sugar carbohydrates right at this peak, you layer a massive blood glucose spike over the top of an already elevated stress response. This collision floods your system with insulin. Your cells protect themselves by pushing back and locking the doors, leaving all that potential energy trapped in your bloodstream. By 10 a.m., your body is trapped in a low-grade metabolic dysregulation cycle. That heavy, predictable afternoon energy crash that hits around 3 p.m. is the direct result of this morning collision. We can actively influence the metabolic speed of our biological aging through specific daily habits. Step 1 is sequencing your meals deliberately. Eating fiber and vegetables before your carbohydrates can physically blunt post-meal glucose spikes, changing how your body processes the exact same foods. Step 2 is resistance training. Your muscles act as glucose sponges. When you put them under tension, they can absorb sugar straight from your bloodstream without needing insulin to open the door. Step 3 involves protecting your deep, slow-wave sleep. This is when your body releases restorative growth hormone and stabilizes the morning cortisol levels that drive blood sugar chaos. Step 4 is regulating your nervous system every day. Using simple techniques like extending your exhales so they are longer than your inhales can lower chronic psychological stress and reduce your cortisol response. Step 5 is building an anti-glycation dietary foundation. Prioritize polyphenol-rich foods like blueberries, omega-3 fats from fish, and switch to moist cooking methods like poaching instead of high-heat dry grilling. These 5 habits work together as an integrated system to slow down your internal biological clock. If you personally experience that familiar 3 p.m. fog we discussed, drop the word energy in the comments below. Take care of your body. It's working harder than you know, and it's worth the investment.